Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm your host, Binary Mouse, and we have another truly fantastic story to share with you. Our special guest storyteller will carry us beyond the edge of our imaginations into a digital fantasy land built especially for you. Watch, listen, and enjoy!
The Green Frog. Once there lived a young green frog who was a very naughty little frog. He never, ever did what his mother said. He always did exactly the opposite. If his mother said, "Sit down now," he would jump as high as he could. If his mother said, "Try catching some flies," his mouth closed shut. If she said, "Hop over here," he would hop over there. This poor froggy mother, even though she loved her little son, never had an easy moment. She worked very hard, but at last her son was all grown up and catching his own flies. Now she relaxed for some time, and then one day grew very ill and knew that she would soon change worlds. She did not mind dying, since she had lived a long life for a frog. But she did want to be buried well, in a place of good fortune, for that is important indeed. So she looked and looked all around, and finally found a perfect spot on the top of a lovely hill. However, she thought to herself, if I tell my son to bury me on top of the hill, he will certainly bury me at the bottom, near the river, and my body might slip into the water when it rains and be lost forever. So I will be clever, she decided. I shall tell him to bury me at the bottom of the hill, and he will bury me at the top. Well pleased with herself, she called for her son. "My son, you've been a good little froggy once in a while," she said, "and I know you love me, so you will do what I ask. After I die, please, please, bury me at the bottom of the hill, at the bottom of the hill," she repeated. "Yes, mother, yes, I promise, at the bottom," said her son. And soon after that, the mother frog died, well satisfied. But her son was very sad, and he suddenly regretted all the trouble that he had caused her. I wasn't always the nicest son," he sighed, "but I know what I can do to make up for it. This time, I'll do exactly what she asked me to do, and not the opposite. Yes, yes, I will." So happily, he gave his mother a fine funeral and carefully buried her at the bottom of the hill, right near the river, just as she had told him to do. But when the rains began to fall, he grew worried. "My mother's body may slide right down the bank, fall into the river, and get lost in the muddy water," he thought. "How terrible!" And he started to croak with a great unhappy heart. "Gaggle, gaggle, gaggle." He sounded so mournful that his frog friends came up and said, "Why are you croaking like that?" He told them and they felt so badly that they too cried when the next rains came. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Soon the frogs down the river heard those sorrowful croaks, and they asked why. When they knew, they joined in too. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Now perhaps one day you may go to that same river in Korea, the one at the foot of the hill. If you listen carefully when it rains there, you may still hear the sad croaks of those green frogs. And when you do, now you will know why.